Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Beauty. I'm Jodie, and due to popular demand, I'm doing a tutorial of a look that I wore from my September favourites video. I did switch out the eyeshadow palette that I used. The Lorac Pro palette was one of the products that I mentioned in my favourites, but we do have a hard time accessing that in Australia, so I did switch it out with the Balm's Nuditude palette, and I think it came out pretty similar. Wanted to say a big thank you to you all for your very sweet compliments and for letting me know which looks you'd like to see in tutorials. So I hope that you enjoy, and if you would like to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So I have applied my skincare, and then I've gone ahead and applied the new Giorgio Armani Maestro Fusion makeup. That gives us SPF 15 protection, and then over that I've applied the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the colour 6. I have also used the new Giorgio Armani Maestro Concealer under my eyes, set that with a little bit of Benefit's Powderflage, and then I've also done my brows using my new little brow product that I picked up at IMATS. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in the colour 25. Really enjoying that product quite a lot. It's like a one-step wonder, keeps the brows in place and gives nice, easy to apply definition as well. Onto the eyes, the first thing I'm going to do is apply some of MAC's Paintpot in Painterly, just to give a clean canvas basically for anything that we're going to put on the eye, and then also just to help the makeup stay on all day and give it something to adhere to. We have a very hard time getting Lorac in Australia, so instead for this look I'm going to be using a different palette. This one is the Nuditude palette from the Balm, and we have relatively easy access to this. We can get this online as well as at David Jones stores. Now with that Painterly on, I'm just going to go in and apply a matte cream coloured shadow all over the eye. Today I'm using Furless brushes. It's an Australian brand that's cruelty free. It's all synthetic, and they sent me a set to have a look at and let you know about if I like it, so you can see these at work today. Just applying this all over the eye just really helps everything else that we put over it blend in. You can use just a regular translucent or pressed powder as well to get the same effect. It's just sort of creating the base for everything else to go over. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be putting some colour into the crease. I'm going to use a larger fluffy brush. This one is the Furless Pro 7E, and I'm going to be applying some of this colour, the Sultry. It's like a medium brown. I'm just going to tap the brush into that because we want to start off quite light. I'm going to tap the product off the brush and then right into the crease, starting on the outer edge, just really gently blending that in all the way into the inner corner. Now with another clean fluffy brush, this one is the Sigma Tapered Blending in E35. I'm going to be going into the shade Sexy. That's that sort of reddy burgundy shade, and I'm going to be keeping it to the outer area. Just applying a very little amount to the brush, tapping it off, and we're just applying that in the same area but warming up the outer edge. Then I'm sort of just using the brush to build that out in this direction. That's to sort of try and lift my eyes. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more defined. I'm going to be using something closer to a pencil brush. This is the Furless Pro 3M, and I'm going to be applying the colour Sophisticated here. This is like a darker brown from the palette. We're going right into the crease, and this is going to help give, you know, the fade out. So we're giving the very darkest shade now into the crease. I'm going to go close to the inner corner with that, and then on the outer edge just going above the crease, again just to help to try to lift my eyes, which tend to like to want to look downward. I'm just going to go back in with the last blending brush that I used to put that warmer, more red shade, and just really gently blending out. Now onto the liner. The liner is always one of my favourite bits of any tutorial that I watch on YouTube. Today I'm using a Stila waterproof smudge stick. This one is in the shade Lionfish. It's a bronzy brown. I absolutely love it. And we're going to build up the liner quite a bit. So the look had, you know, quite a dramatic sort of smudgy eye. Instead of that dramatic winged liquid liner that we're used to seeing, this one sort of just had a really blendy type look. So you can see I'm just starting with small strokes in the center of the eye, and just again using small strokes going right up, and always sort of go back and check in and look straight on into the mirror and see what you want it to look like with your eye closed. That's about where I want the eyeliner to come up to, right there. So I'll just work down. Now I don't go all the way in with this. I like to keep that sort of area quite bright, but I make sure that the liner is right in the lashes here. And I don't go right out to the very edge either. That helps to create a lift there with that eye. Okay, now using the pencil brush that I just used to apply that darker brown in the very inner crease, I'm just going to smudge basically that creamy pencil that I've placed, and that's going to give this liner a more smoky look. Now with the actual pencil down, I'm going to go into a dark brown. I'll be using this color here, the Sleek, to smudge out that pencil and help it last all day long using that same pencil brush. Using that same pencil there, the brown Lionfish from Stila, I'm going to apply that there now to the lower lash line, right into the lashes and about 2/3 of the way in, and blending that out with that same dark brown on the pencil brush. Going back in with that dark brown here and just sort of matching up what we did on the lower lash line up to that outer corner that our liner reached out to and where our crease begins. Smudging that darker colour in, feathering it into the crease, feathering it down to the lash line and then down also into the lower lash line. Now I'm going in with that original fluff brush, going back over what I've done to the crease and to the outer V, and then very gently under the eye. You don't want to smudge it out too much because you want that definition in the crease rather than muddying it all up. So I'm just very, very gently, tapping the brush just to blend out any outer edges. Now I'm going in with another new product that I've just fallen in love with recently. This one is Illamasqua's Precision Ink in the colour Havoc. It's come out, I believe, with the new Generation Q collection. It does need to be shaken. It goes on with a shiny finish, almost sort of peels off like vinyl, but it does sort of stay on all day long. It's got a really nice flexible felt tip. Always look straight on when you're doing your liner. Make sure it looks great that way too. And now we're just filling in the tight line and waterline there just to get a really intense look. Today I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, and this is in the shade Eggplant, and it's just going to go really nicely with that Illamasqua shade. I'm going to dip a pencil into that gel liner. I find that one of the easiest ways to apply gel liner into the waterline and tight line because it's a nice smooth surface. Now we're going in with mascara. Today I'm using the Model Co Lash Fibres mascara. It's a dual-sided mascara where you first of all just apply the normal mascara first. Then you open the other side and it's got those lash fibres that you're going to put onto the wet mascara. So it's a good idea to do one eye at a time. Careful not to get those in your eyeball. You could get those little fibres floating around. Now with the fibre coating then on top of the one coat of mascara, you go back in with the mascara end and sort of seal those in basically so they're not poking out in all kinds of directions. You're coating over them with a nice black coat, but then also aligning the fibres so that they help to lengthen. So I find that this mascara is quite good with the lengthening and the volume. And it's interesting, these fibres are not a new thing. They seem to be relatively new on the consumer market, but I have a bottle of these from a French company from like maybe 12 years ago. It's just cellulose fibres. You just use them with any mascara. It's not a new idea. I'm going to be using that mascara as well, just on its own, lightly on the lower lashes. So now I've applied the Illamasqua cream blush in Zygomatic just to the cheekbones with a stipple brush, and then also their Illuminator in Halcyon. I've just applied that to the cheekbones and then the rest with my finger down my nose and onto the Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to go in with the lips. I have applied the Makeup Forever lip liner in 3C. This is the Aqua lip, and then this is the Aqua Rouge from Makeup Forever. This is in the number 15. I'll post a link down below for you Aussies, some sites where you can find makeup forever. I love it. This is one of those waterproof liquid lip colors that's duo-sided. First you paint on the color, wait for it to dry, then apply the clear gloss over the top. And then lastly, I am going to apply some lashes. These ones I picked up at Priceline. They are the Wasp Designer Lash number 6. You do get actually 2 pairs of demi lashes. So I have just applied those just to finish the look off. This is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed it. Wishing you all a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye.